somebody. Like I'm having more of those conversations now, but if it don't come through somebody I know, I'm like, I don't waste my time.
Yeah. And it's weird because sometimes they'll reach out through third-party people and it looks scammy. Like recently I had TurboTax reach out through a third party. And my husband and I were looking at it like, why are they asking for all this information? They want me to do a background check, all this stuff. And this year, like, respond within 34 hours or something crazy. And we did it, but they kept extending the deadline and reaching out to us, and we just kept ignoring it. Fast forward, I see that they're actually working with people. I'm like, I could do that.
So I don't mean TurboTax to be. I'm about to try to find some just seriously.
Mine be
don't be TurboTax me.
Hi, we came across your YouTube.
Right. Exciting sponsorship opportunity. What is this? The Spill the Tea sponsorship proposal.
Okay, now don't be calling nobody out.
No, I'm saying I'm calling. This might be something real. I'm just saying I got the email and I'm just going through emails that I haven't opened. And I'll just see certain things on my.
All those Chinese companies.
For sure.
Yeah.
So in your coaching, while he's searching for that, a client comes to you.
Collaboration opportunity.
Right? Do you audit their brand first and give them that same feedback? You need to be doing collaborate. Okay, so you're still on me, right? And I'm gonna tell you that I have my Osmo in my purse over there. I have all the content there. I blogged my whole trip to Tokyo from last week. None of it will make the internet. It won't. Andrea, David's wife, literally just told me, I think it was yesterday, I'm waiting for you to vlog your trip on YouTube. And I said,
you did vlog it though.
Well, I posted stories, right?
I'm saying you brought your Osmo, you recorded.
Oh, absolutely. I recorded everything. I record everything all the time.
None of it makes
None of it makes the internet. For example, recently on my social media page, earlier this week, it could have been 2 or 3 days ago, I was vlogging a trip to, I think it was Mexico that we went to. We did a CEO trip to Mexico. This trip was 2 years ago. This trip was almost 3 years ago now. I just posted a reel of it on my Instagram.
Oh,
and it got great engagement. Yeah. People were really into it. It's just, what would you tell me as your client who lacks intentionality in that area because I don't have to? You know what I mean? And I say that because I make money, right? And my business really runs on automation. We've got recurring revenue models, blah, 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 blah. So on one hand, I don't have to do it in order to make money, but I need to do it in order to achieve my goals.
Yeah.
Coach me.
And so did you blog it with the intention of putting it up on YouTube? When you went to Tokyo and then you went to Mexico? Why'd you blog those things?
Yeah, sure, my mind.
Okay.
I even transitioned between horizontal lens.
Got creative with it.
I said, okay, I'm gonna get a couple of clips for YouTube. So let me make sure I'm filming horizontally. You know what I mean? And this is gonna be a good YouTube short right here. I haven't looked at that camera since. It's in my purse. It's been there the whole time. I don't even know it's charged.
If Donnie hires people to like edit and give her clips, and they'll do the work, and they'll just
never get posted.
Never get posted. And even when I hired somebody
to
post, Brianna's job was to post this stuff. Well, she was posting stuff, and then I would cringe at what she would choose, and I'm like, the Monday Madness episodes, the ones that you're referring to, I would cringe at some of the clips. So I'm like, okay, Bri, just run it by me first. Let me just see it first. So then she wanted to start seeing it. She sends it to me first. I'm the bottleneck because I don't look at it. I'm like, it's not that important to me, right? When it's important to me, I do it, but it's not registering as that important to me. Like, I'm not looking to be a YouTube star. I don't know, girl. I appreciate your expertise. And you're the third person to say it to me this week. You're the third person to get on my butt about brand deals and YouTube and all these things. David and I are paying the team right now a good amount of money right now. I don't even respond to the people.
Ever. You know what I'm saying? That's the craziest thing. I like, you know, paying these people, right?
But I I did better. I went
Yes.
through and sat through those emails yesterday and responded to everything.
Yeah.
Back to you, Chanel.
Yeah, I mean, so Donnie, what I would tell you, because I know
We still on me?
you just say your question. I gotta answer the question. I know where you want to go in terms of from where you're at now to achieving 8 figures.
Yes.
And so what you may
Yes.
not see is YouTube may be that gap. That may be what you need to be consistent with. I would much rather be consistent with YouTube because I understand the algorithm. As long as you show up like a TV show, they're going to respect you. So right now, I'm not YouTube's favorite because I took a step back, but now I'm coming back. And so I know that if I post 2 times a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays, they're going to literally within maybe 2-3 weeks, they're going to pick it back up and put in the algorithm. And there was a time where I was less than 100,000 making $10,000 from YouTube alone from the actual platform. Mm-hmm. And so Donnie, you may show up, get a large audience, get monetized, you have that additional revenue, but then that also amplifies your presence so that you can get booked on these stages, fill actionable CEO up even more. And that can literally take you over the hump that you need to,
battery in my back.
Yeah, let's go.
She wound me up. All right. Give me a couple of days. And I'm gonna but then someone's gonna say to you, I post on Instagram. I don't post on TikTok, but someone, it doesn't even have to be me, or we can say with me as the case study. I'm sure you guys are loving
my coaching session.
Oh yeah, David.
I'm sure you're loving this. Chanel, I don't know what to post on YouTube.
Yeah.
So here's the unique thing. I just went on a trip to Tokyo with 2 girlfriends of mine, so Milan and Jaleesa, owner of Salt XO, and they both said like I'm creating. The 2 top content creators, I'm the one getting all the content. And they're like, oh my God, Donnie, you get all the content. And I'm laughing on the inside, like, you're never going to see it. All right. And so Milan says, you need to show more lifestyle. People want to see what you're wearing. They want to see what you're talking. And I'm like, how does that build my brand as an entrepreneur, right? Mm-hmm. My assistant was saying, I want to see more lifestyle, yada, yada, yada. When she moved to New York, Bree, I love you. I was so glad because I don't want you to come over anymore to try to do another get ready with me. Like I just, I don't want to. So what would you say that you post on YouTube?
There's a lot of things you can do with $500. I mean, you can have a night out with your significant other. You can buy some really expensive shoes. Well, really nice shoes are double $500. You can buy a course where you can learn something for $500. But I have something better for you to do with the $500. I want to meet with you every single morning for the rest of your life. Well, maybe not the rest of your life, but every morning, Monday through Friday, for the rest of the year. I have information and game that have allowed me to build a successful business, a successful community, and a successful life all the way around. But I want to share that with you. But the only way we can accomplish this is not me selling you a course, not me giving you a one-on-one consultation, because even with that, you'll get the information, but you'll need more. I want to meet with you every single morning. Now, would I meet with someone every morning for $500 for a year? And the answer is yes. Actually, we've been doing this thing since 2017. We have what's called the morning meetup. Every single month, we have a theme, whether it's social media, whether it's motivation, whether it's strategy, whatever it is, we have a theme for the month, and every morning in that month, we have a conversation around that topic. And I am giving a wealth of knowledge, not only myself, but a lot of friends, a lot of people that you see on this podcast, they join every single week. So you need a community of people that you can grow with, and you need a coach. I'm your coach. The Morning Meetup is your community. Go to themorningmeetup.com. It's $499, and I will meet you every single morning for an entire year. Give it a shot.
So it's a split. I think about it like a pie chart, and this is for any platform, especially when you're building a brand. And what a CEO brand is, for clarity, it's kind of like a personal brand, but for the mission of pushing your business forward. So it's not sharing every intricate detail of your life, but only the parts that make sense to your business. And so I won't share like my parents, for example, unless I just spoiled them with a trick or got them a gift and it was a result of my business. Mm-hmm. And so when it comes to YouTube,
you could have 1 million followers and still not be able to pay your bills.
Over 1 million creators and brands are growing faster, engaging better, and selling more. What about you? Instantly reply to every comment, DM, and story mention. Or let people comment a keyword to automatically receive personalized messages. Turn comments into cash. Sell more products, boost event signups, and crush affiliate sales all on autopilot. Get the most out of Instagram. Try ManyChat for free today.
Introducing Gemini in Gmail, AI that thoughtfully summarizes conversations and helps craft professional responses so you can stay ahead of that never-ending inbox. Make emailing the easiest part of your day with Gemini for Google Workspace.
A pie chart, in my opinion.
Okay.
I like to think that it needs to be 50 to 60% expert type content.
Pie chart.
Mhm.
Okay.
So that's your how-to content, your 5 tips for this, your tools that you use for this, blah, blah, blah.
50 to 60%. The name of that category was
Expert content.
I'm listening.
Expert content.
Expert.
Yeah, because David started vlogging too, and then he just disappeared too. So, but I'm gonna get to him. But then, you have
really.
then you have about 20 to 30% that's your opinionated content. So this you can blend with lifestyle if you wanted to, where you're maybe vlogging, I don't know, something health related, giving like your opinion, whatever that is that you care about, like, you know, holistically, because I know you care about the person, you know. So,
Care about the person.
and then the remainder of that is purely your lifestyle stuff.
Okay.
So that's where you're sharing your stories that connect with them. So like when I was getting married and I was in the process of wedding planning, I would vlog certain things about that. To this day, like my engagement vlog is one of my top vlogs. When I was going through my brand revamp, that's something that I vlogged. That was a very popular vlog. I was on there crying and showing all types of stuff, and people loved it and they related to it. So that's kind of like the pie chart that I use.
Okay. I got it. 50 to 60% expert content, 20 to 30% opinionated content, and whatever is left, lifestyle content that connects with your audience.
Yep.
That's a nugget.
So your major push is for people who have a product, right?
Mhm.
So I understand how to position a product. So
Yes.
I got a book. Read the book overnight. Right?
Okay.
So the book was a white cover, and it was me on the cover.
Mhm.
That's how we do. You know what I'm saying? We want to make sure that I had a little
With the tie.
Yeah, for sure. I got a haircut that day and everything. So I just changed it to this, right? So I want it to be colorless and just like about the information. How do I move with this product?
Yeah.
Because you're a product position specialist, right?
Yeah.
Talk to me.
So because you have a CEO brand, you would maximize that. And what I would do is intertwine that book into all of the stories if you possibly can. So thinking about what stories happened in your life or in your business that connect directly to the book. It could be a chapter from the book. It could be an underlying theme in the book. And so how I help people build brands is one of the blocks is your stories. Everyone has an overarching story, right? And within that overarching story, you have many stories. So one of my overarching stories is that I hated corporate America. I quit corporate America. And so there are many stories within there, whether it's the time I told my aunt when we were in Jamaica that I wanted to be an entrepreneur and she laughed, or whether it was the time where my boss was begging me to stay and I decided to fast and tell him that I was leaving. And then, you know, I got blessed tremendously. And so I would find what that overarching story is, which is probably already in the book, and figure out the many stories that have happened or are happening right now that you can tell through your content. You can tell via email, in person, and it always ties back to the book. And that's exactly how I sell my products now with the brand that I created last year, is that I literally just talk. And what's interesting is last year I launched this product brand HBU in February, and then it was doing really good. I'm saying we made like $1,000 in 3 hours, and my average product value was only like $40. And then we were getting consistent $300, $400 days. My grandfather then passed, so I took a step back and I didn't promote that brand at all. But through me showing up occasionally with my CEO brand and intertwining it in my stories, I get sales. I literally got a sale yesterday, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's interesting. I haven't shown up for that product brand yet, but that's the power of a brand overall and telling stories within your brand.
So the centerpiece of a product is the story. So when you have a product, the first thing you're coaching somebody on is crafting the story around it. Because that's what resonates, right?
Exactly. But you got to know your audience to craft the story so that it appeals to them. So the first layer is your audience always, because your product is basically to solve a problem. There's an equation that I created where it's problem plus your product equates to a solution. And so if you can't crack the code when you put your product in that equation, then either your product has to change or the problem isn't aligned. And so if you do crack the code to the equation, then you're able to understand who your audience is, what they care about, their desires, all of those things. And then you can actually craft your stories, your content, your messaging, everything toward them, even your visuals, because a lot of people will just design stuff and they have no idea what they're doing, one, but two, they don't even know their audience, so it doesn't appeal to them.
So let's talk about your business model.
Yes.
Okay. So for anybody that I understand branding for some reason, maybe it's not formal training, but all of my friends come to me about branding. I just have an eye or a feeling and I want to do what you do, let's say. All right. So how did you start crafting this business, and tell me the financial side of how you charge, like things of that nature.
Yeah. So how I started crafting, it goes back honestly to my childhood. So I'm Caribbean.
Just got my hands on the Pro-Colored F13 DTF printer. It comes with all the printing consumables and cleaning tools I need to get started right away. The 1440 by 1440 dpi resolution makes every detail vibrant and clear, and it handles prints up to 13 inches wide. This printer is taking my business to the next level.
I don't know if y'all know that, but
I didn't know that.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
It makes
Caribbean.
sense now, though.
Really?
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
The
It makes sense.
energy,
It makes sense.
oh,